Hello there. If you're new to the channel, you won't know that I've been away from this channel for quite some time. And so I'd like to share with you a little bit about why I decided to exit my agency. That's the intention with this video. There's been so many profound lessons in this journey of having gone from being broke and living in my parents' bedroom and having no knowledge whatsoever of business to building, helping to build, because there was many other people involved, but founding and starting a company that developed into a multi-million-dollar company that is highly reputable in the industry and is revered by many people. It's quite the transformation. It's difficult for me to even imagine that is what has taken place over the last 7.5 years or so since I started it. I'm 27 years old now. And somebody special that joined a live Q&A call that we did in the group. I have a free Discord group for people that are trying to start agencies and grow them. And so you can join it if you want. I'll put it in the description. But I have this free group and somebody joined, and this young kid, I don't remember his name, he's 20 years old. And he said, you've gone through the hero's journey and it's really special, and you have a lot of value that you can be able to offer this world because of that journey that you've gone through. And I suppose that when you go through this journey, you sort of reach this place where you're not really, you don't really even remember what it was like to be broke and completely useless and having no knowledge whatsoever. And you sort of become numb to this new awareness and this new reality where there's lots of money in the bank. There's incredible amounts of freedom. You can wake up and do whatever you want. It's strange. And when this person said, you've gone through the hero's journey, you have a lot of value that you can offer this world, it was sort of a reminder from a previous version of myself who dreamed of one day being able to build a multi-million-dollar company. I really, in the beginning, thought it was going to be $1 billion company, but you sort of come to realize that that's a lot of work. And if you want to go that far, you have to really sort of have an obsession with it. And I kind of gave up on that dream and settled with a number that was far less than $1 billion. But I digress. It's so possible for you if you are starting from zero. I truly started from zero. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I started with nothing but a laptop. And YouTube was my saving grace. Do my best not to cry. It's a beautiful cry. It's tears of gratitude. So don't worry, I'm not sad. I have a special place in my heart for those of you who are tuning in, and also for the beings who feel compelled to share and be a beacon of knowledge on this platform that is such a gift to mankind. It's truly the ultimate free university that exists. And it's a free university only because of the creators on this platform that show up and share their messages and share the value that they have to offer, and really step into that role as a teacher while still remaining a student to life, so that they can consistently show up and also be a teacher. It's sort of a cyclical nature that unfolds where you're always a student, but you're also a teacher. And you have the capacity within you to do anything. And if you're on this journey that I have happened to go on, which is the journey of scaling a business, whether it's an agency or a software company or a service-based business or a brick and mortar, whatever it is, if you're going on the journey of entrepreneurship, you can do it. And you just have to do your best to ignore what everybody else is projecting at you. If there's lots of fears around, everybody else is telling you that, the statistics say that it's not possible and whatever, and yada, 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 yada. I don't know what else to tell you but to have faith and persevere and continue forward on the journey, because it is such a beautiful journey, and it's gotten better year after year after year. And I would say that the entrepreneurial way of living is a way of living for anybody, and everybody should take a very learning-oriented approach to life. And it is the way forward in entrepreneurship and in business. If you don't have a sort of attitude of learning all the time and constantly accepting that you can learn from absolutely everybody, it's going to be difficult for you to progress in any life, in any scenario. So I'm getting kind of off track here, but I'm really grateful to be able to be here and just speak about this journey and share with you the possibilities that are here for you as you continue forward. So, I chose to leave the agency primarily because I had an experience with psychedelics that changed my life. And what happened was I subjectively experienced the presence of God. It's one thing to know about God. It's another thing to subjectively experience God. To hear about God is really easy. There's tons of people out there talking about God, and there's a million churches you can go to. I never liked going to church. I grew up in, I think, a Christian family. It is stunning and absolutely ineffable, and it is beyond description. It is an infinite power that I was able to glimpse for about 6 hours. And in this experience, I thought, wow, this is what everybody is freaking out about. Quote unquote, drugs. People, my whole life I was raised in a family where don't do drugs, don't drink alcohol. If you remember the early days of the channel, I was a huge advocate. I would say that all the time. It's good advice for children. I would advise similarly if I were to have kids one day, which I intend to. However, you can't just negate everything and call it a drug and assume that it's bad. There are so many studies coming out. There's ketamine therapy. There's LSD studies where people are able to better heal PTSD. So there's police officers or people that have gone through war that are sort of being test subjects with psychoanalysts and therapists who are doing studies again on the use case for psychoactive, for psychedelics. There is a lot of evidence proving that it is something that has many benefits for mankind. And I didn't know that because, again, I was raised in a family where it was just bad, 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 don't do it, bad, bad, bad. Well, I finally did it, and it was really scary to do it. And what unfolded was the most magical, beautiful, mystical experience I've ever had in my entire life. And that experience transformed my orientation for life. And that is why I decided to reorient my energy towards something that could leave a bigger impact on the world in a more profound way. This isn't to say that running a business doesn't leave an impact. It leaves a tremendous impact. I believe that the culture we built in our agency is incredibly special, and the people that are a part of that company are incredibly grateful to be part of a company where people are loved so heavily and are treated with respect. And it's not common. Most companies have very toxic environments and very toxic cultures. So I don't want you to think that if you're going down the pathway of business that you're not being of service to mankind. I want to make that very clear. Me making this video is being of service to mankind. Even though this isn't some video that is feeding the starving or healing the sick, I think that people sometimes overthink what is valuable, and it can be really as simple as recognizing that your presence is extremely valuable. So, with that being said, Satori School is a nonprofit. It's really devoted to helping people come back to inner peace. Inner peace is a state of enlightenment when you've fully embodied it and you've fully been able to sort of consistently stay in that state. Satori is a word that means awakening. It also could be translated to enlightenment. I would consider enlightenment awakening, awakening enlightenment. This is what I deeply care about most in this life, is building, I wouldn't say building, I would say is connecting to God the deepest and being able to help others do the same. With that being said, I'm still super excited to talk about business every now and then on this channel and mix and merge the two, business and spirituality, aka God. So that experience completely reoriented me. And it took about 6 to 9 months after that experience to be able to have the courage to walk away from the business. It was not an easy decision. It was a very difficult decision. On paper, that business was in its peak scale mode. Like we were growing, hitting high after high after high. And, 9 months after going through the exit, the company has grown an incredible amount and is worth probably a decent amount more than when I sold the company. And in the years to come, it'll be worth even more. And so on paper, I definitely walked away from a lot that was on the table. And I feel that it was necessary because my soul really needed a break. I really needed to just have time to sit with God and to be able to reflect on my life, and that required a lot of time. And so I've been in a deep state of reflection and gratitude for life and feeling into how I can best serve mankind. And so that's through Satori School and occasionally through making videos like this, helping people build a financial foundation while doing it in a way that doesn't leave them feeling hopeless and desperate and lonely and disconnected from divinity, but allows them to know that there's more to life than just making money. So in the future videos, I want to share with you what I've learned going through the exit. I'm going to talk about detailed technical stuff. I'm going to get into the cap table, preferred stock versus common stock, how to sort of divide up the value of the company, navigating challenging conversations with partners, evaluation of the company. These are all things that we're going to get into, which I think is usually on this channel. I'm talking about stuff like that, very technical and in the weeds stuff, which I think people have enjoyed because it's very tangible and it's very real. A video like this is more intangible and emotional, and it is real, but it maybe isn't the most helpful for allowing you to grow your skill set in business, per se. I think a lot more people are attracted towards technical things like funnels and systems, and this is an SOP for this, and people want templates and stuff. I'm speaking very generally. With that being said, we'll wrap this up, and I'm really excited to connect more with you. I don't know what's to come. I'm currently just doing Satori School, and there is a free Discord group with 150 plus agency owners. It's not that active, but if you join it, maybe you can help make it more active. I intend to do live calls once every now and then, just to connect with people, be of service, be of help to people. And I may consider opening up a Calendly link where people can book one-on-one consulting calls or something of that nature, to just make myself a little bit more available, because I do recognize that God has given me a gift, which is related to business and helping others with their business. So I should use that gift and not just throw it in the garbage, because I don't necessarily need to make money, but to be of service to people. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. This was a long-winded message about a lot of things going on, and it had no direction whatsoever. So if you made it to the end, wow, I really appreciate that. And you can let me know whatever your thoughts are in the comments, and I'll do my best to respond in a timely manner. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I can't promise you that there's going to be more videos anytime soon. There's no cadence. But if there is videos, I'll do my best to make them as valuable as possible, okay?